Hi Aquarius, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is for week commencing the 3rd of November. Just quickly before I start the reading, I would just want to ask you a little favour. If you could all send healing, love, strength, support to those that have been injured in an absolutely shocking attack that happened overnight. As you're probably aware, I do split these readings into 2 days. And so what's happened overnight absolutely makes me feel sick to my stomach. Unfortunately, there's been an attack on a train fairly local to here, a station fairly local to here, where people have been seriously injured by others. I won't mention any more than that. I don't want to get political into this, and I am only human. So please just send your love and support to those that have been involved with that. It's absolutely horrific. Anyway, let's get on with your reading, Aquarius. We're asking 2 cards for Aquarius, or 2 energies next week. What can we expect? Righty ho. Very nice. We have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Now, the 5th chakra is your throat chakra. Now, your throat chakra is about your self-expression, speaking up. It's about how you communicate with others and how you express yourself in the world. So there's something about you saying something. I wonder if we'll get the Queen of Swords come up. And then we have Goddess of the Moon. Now, the Goddess of the Moon for me in this deck is very High Priestess energy. Trust your intuition. You'll know when the time is right next week to say something. And I think it's coming, I don't know, it feels like it's all coming to the surface for you as well, Aquarius. I wonder if you'll get, because look, Archangel Gabriel is also, he's the Archangel of communication. He has the trumpet in his hand too. Same as on the Judgment card, in the traditional Ryder Waite. I wonder if we'll get Judgment. Because Judgment is, God, my throat chakra is playing up. So you obviously need to say something to somebody, Aquarius. Sorry. The Judgment card represents wakey wakey, it's time to do now. Right, this has gone on for long enough. Let's look at something, let's say something, let's get out of your box, so to speak. Right, let's have a look. This is the Unfolding Path Tarot. Dear Spirit Guides and Angels, please join me in this reading for Aquarius and make it helpful, hopeful and healing. What's the focus, please, and thank you, for Aquarius? 9 of Cups. That's your focus. Positivity. Your opportunity is the Strength card. Your challenge is the Knight of Wands. I love the Knight of Wands in this deck. Absolutely love it. Okay, what's bubbling under the surface for you? 2 of Swords. Advice and outcome, please and thank you, for Aquarius. We have the Lovers. Okay, so 9 of Cups is the focus for next week. So the 9 of Cups, look how free she feels. The cups represents our relationships and friendships and matters of the heart. And there's something about her going, yes, at last, freedom. That's how this card makes me feel in this deck. That's why I like using every now and then different decks, because they bring a different energy. Same message on the card, but different energy, if that makes sense. So the 9 of Cups is about you believing it can happen and you actually living in the energy of what you would like to receive. Very much so. So start, I don't know, journaling. Write down what is it that you are manifesting, and then start living as though, or writing down, every detail of that manifestation. So if it's I don't know, you want a new contract at work, or you want a house, or you want something really, go into every single detail of it and live it and get excited about it. It's about an excitement here for you, Aquarius. Your opportunity is the Strength card. So there's somebody around you also that was maybe a Leo, but somebody an opportunity to be with somebody who's very, very strong around you, give you support and courage to do this. Is also an opportunity to ask for help, because the Strength card to me, yes, it's about being strong and courageous and bold and, you know, battling through some hard times, but it's also about showing a little bit of your vulnerable side rather than saying no to help. Ask for help, or when it's offered, accept it. That's what the real strength is inside of us. Now, the Knight of Wands is your challenge. The challenge of the Knight of Wands, now you can see this, she is like taking the bull by the horns. She's, yeah, give me that baton, bring it on, I'm off, I'm gonna crack on with this. She's enthusiastic, she's so confident that she's going to achieve something, and she just wants to, you know, get on with this great project, whatever it is, this goal in mind. There's, as a challenge, it can be you might have somebody a little bit overzealous around you next week. I don't think that's a bad thing though, Aquarius. They could be giving you a little bit of a push, which you might not appreciate, or it's a case of I don't know, a little bit of lack of belief that something is actually going to work out. And maybe that's why you're not taking on a challenge. There's something about you resistant to a challenge of something. Now, the Two of Swords is in your subconscious, and that would kind of make sense with that Knight of Wands being a challenge for you, because this is like you don't know which way to go at the moment. You know, you've got two options and you're unsure which one to choose. There's two different pathways you can go. Again, it's about your intuition here. That's why she's blindfolded. She doesn't have, you know, it's like, do not take any notice of anybody else's opinions, what they say, what they do. This is down to you. That's why she's got the blindfold on, not to look at anybody, not to pick up anybody else's energies. Just go within. Now, the Lovers is your advice and outcome. The Lovers represents relationships, obviously, passions of ours, things and people and those that you really love. As advice, I just think it's saying follow your heart on something. It can also be something to do with, you know, this decision to do with a relationship. I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's clarify before we go too much into it. Now, the Nine of Cups, I just feel, yeah, this is you feeling free. Maybe because of you're saying something, you're speaking about something, you're getting those emotions out, and it just makes you feel, I don't know, much happier in a relationship, much more content with things around you that you love and people. Five of Wands as your focus with that Nine of Cups. Okay, Five of Wands is very much about competition, people being not particularly on the same page. Maybe that's what you've got to free yourself from. Are you in a team or around people that are just like hard work? And no matter how much you try, you can't bring them together as a team because they're just out for themselves. Let's do one more on that Five of Wands. Oh, look at that, Five of Swords with it. Yeah, there's conflict and arguments going on with this Five of Wands that you, for some reason, but I know why, Aquarius, because you're the most, you just stand up for everybody. You're always the person, you know, I don't know, what do they call it? You, in a football match, for instance, the one that you know is not the favourite, the underdog. You will always support the underdog because that's your nature. Because you want everything to be fair also. You've got the Five of Swords here. Now you can see she's trying to sort out everybody's conflicts there. And what's she doing? She's coming off worse off herself. I think they're asking you to drop that, to say something, walk away from that with the conflict that's going on with the Five of Wands too. Don't bring it into your energy next week. And maybe that's why the Knight of Wands is your challenge, because normally you'd be running with that baton to go and sort that out and be like, yeah, give it to me. Let me sort this. Let's get this. But, you know, and that doesn't come naturally to you, not to be that person that wants to look after everybody and sort that out. Now the Strength card is your opportunity. Look at that with the Fool card. There's something about you really wanting to wipe the slate clean and start again with something. The Fool card, here comes Bella to say hello. She might be a bit of a pain. She's not been out for her WALK yet. Here she goes. So yeah, going back to your reading, sorry. The Fool card is the very first card in the Major Arcana, and it depicts starting a new journey, taking a leap of faith, not taking any baggage with you. You know, just let's do something completely new that may push you outside your comfort zone. So there's something, an opportunity there for you to wipe the slate clean, start something new, or have a new vision about it. The Knight of Wands is your challenge. And with that Nine of Cups, with that Fool energy, really, again, it's just confirming that you can, you know, you just sit in the energy of what you really, really want. You've got the Eight of Pentacles. This, I think you've got something in mind that you want to do independently, but you need to break away from this energy first in order to do this. Because Eight of Pentacles is mastering a skill. It's about achieving a goal of your own. So when I say that, I mean in context as such, like the tarot is my goal of my own. This is my independent work, and I will work into the night to do this. My full-time job, no, 4 o'clock, I'm off. No, not 1 minute more. Usually I dedicate to that, because that's not my goal. That's just a necessity. This is your challenge. You have something that you really want to do on your own, and you're struggling to find a way through to make it happen, because you need to deal with this first, this conflict. And you need to sit in the energy and the belief that you can. Now, the Two of Swords is in your subconscious. And yeah, it's like, shall I, shan't I energy. Not sure which way to go about this. But you know there's more than one opportunity, more than one pathway that you can follow. You're just struggling to make your mind up which one to do. But I like it because you're keeping your options open. Hierophant. Which one are you committing 100% to? That's what that's telling me. That's what you're in your subconscious, that you know. The Hierophant for me is about marriage. It's also about divorce. It's about high levels of commitment. Yeah, and I think that's where you are in your subconscious, maybe still waiting for a sign to make a commitment to either one or the other. Could be relationship, because you have got the Lovers coming out as your advice and outcome. But the Lovers for me is also about following your heart, being passionate about something, making a choice of something that you feel passionate enough about. Oh, Six of Cups. It's asking you to look back onto something, remembering good times. Maybe with this Lovers, you know, you're going to get together with somebody from the past. Maybe you are with somebody who you met from the past. And there's a rekindling going on here. Let's do one more on that for Aquarius. Oh yeah, look, Ace of Cups. Oh my gosh. It's like a new relationship. And even if you're in a relationship, it feels like it's a new relationship. There's a, you know, taking yourself back to how things used to be. Yeah, and making that happen again. And again, if it's not relationship, cups are matters of the heart. So again, it's like you can still apply this to a work situation. Going back to what you really love and what you're really passionate about, Aquarius. Maybe you're in a job, you're like, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It doesn't really get me going in the morning, like, oh, great, I can't wait to start work. And I think that's really important to you, to feel like that. Right, let's finish with your Green Witch Oracle deck. What's final message, please, and thank you for Aquarius? I will take the first one that came out. We have mushroom. I know what I used to say about mushrooms, but that's not the message on the card. If you know, you know. Okay, recycling, breaking down problems. Shall I tell you what my version of a mushroom used to be? What was it? What was it? Being kept in the dark and fed a load of you know what. But it's not what this card is all about, Aquarius. And that's how mushrooms grow, isn't it? Being kept in the dark. Right, mushroom. I can't say I've ever seen this one, which is really good. 47. We have a mushroom's main purpose is to aid in decomposition. They use enzymes to break down decaying organic matters, feeding themselves in the process. Mushrooms and other fungi are also part of the greater, I've never seen that word before, mycelial network, a vast interconnected network of hair-like roots that transfer information to not only other fungi, but plants and trees as well. The mushroom card supports you as you break down problems into smaller issues and work to solve them separately to make incremental advances in life. The discoveries you make with every step forward can be used to nourish and enrich future projects. The reflection of this card is, have you run into a challenge that may be best be addressed if broken down into smaller pieces? I like that advice of that mushroom, and definitely not my advice. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. No, you're not Capricorn, you're Aquarius. Aquarius, have a wonderful week. Don't forget to check out your midweek energy readings. I have made a playlist now on the channel for it because I realised it was just in a bit of a mess. So I've tidied that up a little bit. So go ahead, go and check that out, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Have a wonderful week.